People act as if they like someone when they really can't stand them. Laugh as if something's funny when it's really not. Nod as if they agree when they really don't. Small performances, and most of the time no one even notices. But over time, they accumulate. And that's how people live as if they want to be somewhere they really don't, as if they're not mad when they really are, as if they're telling the truth when they're really not. We're not talking about fake people, like code switching Carlos, who talks one way around certain people and talks another way around others. And we're not talking about hypocritical Harriet, who smiles in everybody's faces, then talks about them behind their backs. No, we're talking about us. The tiny performances we do when we nod at something we don't respect. The small compromises we make when we stay in rooms we've already left mentally. The kind that seem harmless until they're not. When we behave as if long enough, we begin to internalize it. Self-betrayal becomes normal. We lose signal from our own instincts. After a while, we can't tell what's real anymore. We don't know who we are anymore. Now let me differentiate between concepts. I'm not talking about kids play, like pretending a block is a phone. That's healthy imagination. I'm also not talking about the fake it till you make it situation, where you act confident to feel confident. Those things can actually build a person up. They build a future self. No, I'm talking about the nervous performative as if. Like when somebody asks you, "How are you?" And you answer reflexively, "Fine," even when it's not true. That's as if, where the acting is not a path to genuine feeling, but a permanent replacement for it, driven by a fear of social punishment of some sort. You may think this behavior starts later in life, at work or at school, but it starts much earlier. It starts at home. We've been trained since birth to perform feelings we don't genuinely experience, trading authentic expression for social predictability. A child learns very quickly how to behave in ways that keep the peace. Not necessarily how to feel, but how to perform. Perform affection, perform agreement, perform enthusiasm. Because genuine emotion can disrupt the order of the room. So the child learns something subtle. Not to ask why, but to say and behave how it's expected to behave. School formalizes this. A classroom is not a place that requires curiosity. It requires the appearance of attention. The student who sits quietly as if engaged is rewarded, but the student who asks a genuine, although inconvenient question is corrected. And over time, something happens. The performance becomes normal. Eventually, the mask becomes the face. By adulthood, this behavior is automatic. We use it mostly to survive in a culture that's obsessed with human obsolescence. People perform interest in meetings. We perform loyalty to organizations. We network as if fascinated. We say, "Let's do this again sometime," or "Let's do lunch," knowing damn well we don't mean it. We perform confidence when we're uncertain. We perform love where there is no love. We stay in relationships as if we're fulfilled and curate lives as if we have it all together. If at certain points in our lives we wonder why we feel a sense of emptiness, this might be the answer. The self has become a product to be managed. When enough people are performing agreement, something else begins to happen. The culture itself starts running on illusion. Advertising presents itself as if it were authentic. Lives get curated as if everything is perfect. And the strange thing is, it works because we've already been primed in the language of performance. So we're already susceptible to messaging. We think less critically. We require less proof. We question less. We expect less. How do we fix this? Start small. In any meeting where we would normally nod as if we agree, just stay silent and observe, or ask a genuine, difficult question. We don't have to declare war. We just have to stop performing. We could verbalize the unsafe. When someone asks, "How are you?" and we feel the reflex to say, "Fine." Practice the upright truth. It doesn't have to be a therapy session. It could be, "Actually, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed today, but I'll be all right." Now, here's the part we don't like talking about. The moment we stop behaving as if, we're going to lose some things. Predictability is one. We're going to lose the ability to know exactly how every interaction is going to go. Universal liking is another. Some people prefer the performative you. The real you may be disliked. Okay. Truth disrupts. Non-performance risks exclusion. Integrity is expensive. It can cost invitations. It can cost opportunities, comfort, sometimes even security. And that's why the performance continues. Not because we're weak, because the incentives are strong. So the real question isn't whether people perform. Everybody does. The real question is simpler. Do people know when they're performing? Because if someone doesn't know when they're performing, they don't really know who they are. And most people don't think they're performing. That's the point. Welcome to the green room.